Hello everyone and welcome back to Beatley Tones Beatles channel. Lovely to have you here. Thanks for joining me for this video and I hope you're all doing well. Now, about a week or so ago, I did bring you the news that there is to be a new documentary coming out. We don't know when just yet, but hopefully it's this year. New documentary that centres around John and Yoko's one-to-one concerts at Madison Square Gardens in August 1972. And, you know, we don't really know too much about it just yet, but everything that has been, that's come out in the press release about it, I did do a video. If you missed that video, you can just click up here now and you can go and watch that, and that tells you everything that we do know. But as you know, always with these things, we're kind of left to speculate, you know, what it might be and what it might not be. But you know, we think that this the one-to-one concerts are going to be the centerpiece of this documentary, and we're probably going to have you know footage of the build up to it, the organization of it, maybe something after it, the reactions to it and that sort of thing. A lot of footage coming from John and Yoko's own personal video collections. And we do also know that John Lennon has done a remix of the soundtrack, which is, a really good thing because, the original production was a little bit muddy, so it really does need a remix. Now, when I announced that news, I can say pretty much almost 100% positivity from you guys that watched it. Everyone really looking forward to it, and everyone's very, very positive about it. Why is this show important? Well, it's important because it's the only full concert that John ever did as a solo artist. So it's important from that point of view. We know that there were two shows, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. And, I doubt very much whether this documentary is going to give us the full footage of both of those shows. But I'm sure that we will get lots and lots of clips from the shows in the documentary. Hopefully we'll get quite a few complete songs as well. We don't know yet whether the fact that Sean has remixed it would lead to maybe an audio only release. We would hope so, maybe, an LP or CD, set of, of both the shows would be just absolutely fantastic. If we're not going to get all the footage in the documentary, then let's have the audio at least, because it's long overdue. So with all that bearing all that in mind, I thought it would be a good idea to do a video where I'm sort of plotting the history of the one-to-one concert and just talking about it, and and talking about what has come out so far officially for the one-to-one concert. So that's what we're going to do today. So how did these concerts come about? Well, John's friend, Geraldo Rivera, he asked John whether John would consider doing a benefit concert for the Willowbrook State School, which was a school for mentally challenged children, to raise funds for the school. And John agreed. They agreed that they would do an afternoon show and an evening show. It take place at Madison Square Gardens in New York City on the 30th of August 1972. Now this is a couple of months after Sometime in New York City came out, and Sometime in New York City was not an album that was very well received, but it's a fascinating album. It's a very, I think it's a very important album as far as, John Lennon's solo career goes. It was exactly where he was at that particular moment in time. And he did, they worked really hard promoting. They did a lot of TV. They did other benefits where they just did, one or two songs, things like the John Sinclair rally and that sort of thing. And the backing band for the one-to-one concerts was to be the Elephants Memory Band, and to that lineup they added Jim Keltner on drums, so there was two drummers. Now, Elephant's Memory, obviously had played on Sometime in New York City, and they'd done other studio work. But as a live band, they were quite inexperienced. They hadn't done that much live work. And if you listen to the recordings that have come out, you can kind of hear that. You can hear that inexperience. You can hear that there are mistakes throughout. There's nervousness and that sort of thing. Now, also on the night, there were support acts. Some very good support acts. Stevie Wonder, for one. I mean, just imagine that. Imagine going to a gig and seeing John Lennon and Stevie Wonder live on the same night. Roberta Flack was also on the bill as a support act. Shanana and Melanie Sackfer as well were on the bill. Now, tickets for the gigs were not going that well. And so John asked Paul whether he would consider appearing at the concerts. Now, this is the time where the Beatles are still unravelling. It's 1972. Paul hates Alan Klein with a passion, and he decides that he is not going to play the concert because he doesn't want to give Klein any credit for getting him and John back together on stage again. So he dips out and he doesn't appear. So Paul's decision doesn't give John and Yoko that ticket sale boost that they were hoping that his appearance would give them. So consequently, they end up buying $59,000 worth of tickets themselves and just giving them away so that both the shows are sold out. So the set list for the one-to-one concert is as follows. So the gig starts with them playing just the record of Power to the People over the PA, but the first song proper is New York City. Then it's So Hard from the Imagine album. Then Yoko's song Move On Fast. Then Woman is the You Know What of the World. Yoko's song Sisters, Oh Sisters. Well, Well, Well from the Plastic Ono Band. Born in a Prison from Sometime in New York City. Instant Karma, the single Mother from Plastic Ono Band. We're All Water, Yoko's song from Sometime in New York City. Come Together, Imagine, Open Your Box, Yoko's song, which was the B-side of Power to the People. Hound Dog, Don't Worry Kyoko was played during the afternoon show but dropped for the evening show, and the show finished with Give Peace a Chance. So whilst no footage whatsoever was ever shown on UK TV during the 70s, on the 14th of December 1972, ABC TV in America put out a 40-minute special highlights show, which was taken from the evening performance. And this was a kind of a pilot for a new series called In Concert, which was going to be a sort of a simultaneous broadcast on TV and also on FM radio at the same time. The songs that were included in the 40-minute special Come Together, Instant Karma, Sisters Oh Sisters, Cold Turkey, Hound Dog, Give Peace a Chance, and over the credits, Imagine. They also included a song by Stevie Wonder, Superstition, and also two songs from Roberta Flack from the evening show, Reverently and Somewhere. Yoko's performance of Move On Fast was first shown in the UK on a show called The Old Grey Whistle Test, which was a kind of an adult orientated rock show that went on through the 70s and sort of halfway through the 80s, and it mostly focused on prog rock, but its main focus was album tracks. They didn't play hit singles. They had bands in the studio and they showed videos and that sort of thing, but it was mostly album tracks. And Move On Fast was shown in January 1973 as a part of promotion for Yoko's Approximately Infinite Universe album. So from what I can understand, John was never happy with the recording of the one-to-one concert. He never thought that the performance was good enough to put it out as a live album, and consequently during his lifetime it never came out as a live album. But after John was murdered, Yoko made a promise to fans that she would, keep John's name alive, keep his music alive, and release things that the fans really wanted. And boy, did she deliver on that promise. So in 1986, she did put it out as a live album. It came out as John Lennon live in New York City. This is the album. So it came out in 1986. There's the track listing. Again, this is not a complete performance because Yoko omitted all of her songs from the performance, but all John's songs are here. She just wanted it to be a John Lennon album. This is the inner sleeve. And I'll show you the record. This is a UK pressing. So it's on the Parlophone label. And there was a CD as well that came out. Just looks like that, very ordinary. Looks like that. As I say, the production of this is not great. It's got a very muddy sound, and the fact that we're getting a remix of it is a great thing. Also released in 1986 was a home video, and again, this wasn't the full concert, but Yoko had 2 songs that were included on the VHS home video that weren't on the John Lennon Live in New York City album, but there were 4 tracks that were omitted. We're All Water, Move On Fast, Open Your Box, and Don't Worry Kyoko were not included. Now, most of the performances on the video came from the afternoon show, but there were 1 or 2 exceptions that did come from the evening show. Sisters Oh Sisters came from the evening show, as did Hound Dog and Give Peace a Chance. John's introductions, his banter in between the songs are not necessarily from the same show. In other words, if he introduces a song, it might be from the evening performance, but the actual song that we see is from the afternoon performance. So they kind of mixed and matched it a little bit. I should correct myself, because when I was talking about the video John Lennon Live in New York City, I did say VHS tape because that's what I had it on, although I have no idea where my VHS tape of that is these days. But it did also come out on Betamax and Laserdisc, and something called VHD video disc, which I have no idea what that is. And when the video did come out, Yoko received some criticism from former members of the Elephant's Memory Band because she used mostly the afternoon performances, which are deemed as being the weaker performance. I think even on the album and on the video, I think John refers to one of the performances, "Welcome to the Rehearsal" sort of thing. Remember that 40-minute highlights show that ABC put out in 1972? Well, in 1992, that made another appearance. It came out on Laserdisc, and it looked like this. So moving on to 1998, we've got 3 more tracks, this time coming from the evening performance. Now, you're probably asking, well, if there was stuff available from the evening performance, why did we get mostly afternoon performances on the John Lennon Live in New York City album? The reason being is that at the time when they were making the album, there was unacceptable noise levels on the evening performance. But according to this book, 8 Arms to Hold You, due to improvement in software, restoration software and that sort of thing, they were able to use 3 tracks in the Lennon anthology, and those 3 tracks are "Woman Is the You Know What, the World, It's So Hard," and "Come Together." And they also included in the Lennon anthology Gerardo Rivera's introduction of the band as well. Moving on to 2008, Sky Arts put out this DVD from their classic album series, John Lennon Plastic Ono Band, and on here includes a video performance of Mother from the one-to-one, but I can't remember whether it is the afternoon or the evening performance. We then move on to sort of 2013, 2014, where Jack Douglas, as you know, was the producer of Double Fantasy, was asked by Yoko to remix the one-to-one concert, and there was, he tells the story about how he's going to do it. He did a new stereo mix and a 5.1 mix, but those mixes never saw the light of day. They were never released, and that's where we are now. That's where we are now with Sean's remix. I'm not sure if there was a problem with what Jack Douglas done, or Sean just wanted to do it himself. Because of the technology that's available to him now. But that's where we are now. So that is the story, totally up to date. So if you want to give me your thoughts about the one-to-one concert, please do so down in the comments. I know some of you have told me that you were actually there. You were actually there. And if you want to share some memories, please do so also down in the comments. I read all your comments and I will respond to all your comments as well. Just a little bit of housekeeping. If you could do me a big favour and remember to give the video a thumbs up. I give it a like, because it really does help the channel and helps my videos get out to more people. And it only takes like 1 second of your life to hit that like button. So please do that for me. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider supporting the channel by subscribing. Love to have you on board. Hit the notification bell so you know when new videos are coming out and all that sort of thing. Okay, that is it from me. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.